Hey over there, Joe Lunchbox.
Enjoy Nightingale.
And today we've landed right here in Astoria, Queens, New York. One of the key goals of mine and Joy's YouTube channel was for us personally to relive our childhood, to get that nostalgia, because those are every kid's favorite memories. When you grow up, you hold on to that and you want to never let it go. You agree, Joy?
Totally. That's what I got.
Yeah, Shira backpack there. And I'm wearing a Ghostbusters jacket. We're big kids, in case you don't know. If you're new to our channel, welcome. We're big kids. And we like going around the country to weird roadside attractions, odd places, spots that make us feel like kids again, amusement parks. Now, today, here, in Astoria, Queens, there might not be giant amusement parks, there might not be that, but there actually is something right up that alley for that search for nostalgia. In fact, there is a museum of nostalgia. That's right. This is a toy store that also has a museum of nostalgia. For about my and Joy's generations, kids of the 80s, all those toys, 70s, 80s, beyond, glory days of toys. And I'm so excited to go, so excited to bring you along. Now, for me personally, they always say, don't live with regrets. And
Getting rid of, or either getting rid of or loving my toys too much to have to get rid of them.
And like Frank Sinatra said, regrets I have a few. One of my regrets in life is my favorite toys growing up were my Masters of the Universe toys. And later in the 80s, early 90s, I had my NES. And I wanted more video games. And my family didn't have that much money, so I was like, you know what? I have about 60 Masters of the Universe figures, all the castles, all the accessories. I sold all my Masters of the Universe figures. This hurts to say, for 50 cents each, so I could save up enough money to buy like a $20 Nintendo game. I'm trying to buy them back now as an adult. I don't buy them back for 50 cents each. Now, Masters of the Universe ties into the spot because one of the owners, a woman named Phoebe, she came from a love of Masters of the Universe. Her husband loved Transformers. And that's how this began, this store. And already connecting on that level, it's going to be awesome. We're going to bring you along. Hopefully you like this kind of thing. We always appreciate if you like this video. And if you want to come along on all these adventures around the country, searching for kitsch, searching for oddities, searching for nostalgia, we always appreciate if you subscribe to our channel. Comment down below, what was your favorite toy when you were a child? But it's time to do this. Step right up. Let's go for this ride. There it is, Museum of Nostalgia. We buy toys by appointment. But let's look. What do we have in the window? We haven't even walked in. My Pet Monster. I need one of those again. I look at Joy and I'm like, I had so much of this and I regret getting rid of so much of this.
I know, right? I had so many trolls because of my grandma.
Joy's grandma used to work at flea markets, so they would get them. I still have my trolls. I still have my Cabbage Patch Kids. I still have my Fisher-Price Play Farm. It's amazing. One of the toys I held on to. I have all my old Fisher-Price toys.
My brother had that.
Oh. We got a He-Man on the window. Oh, I used to have that to carry my Masters of the Universe. Oh, Battle Bones. Good old Battle Bones. All right. Ready, Joy?
Let's do this.
Boo! Don't be thieves. Right in the door, we have a Masters of the Universe crossover with Strawberry Shortcake. I love when universes of toys collide.
They're sharing clothes.
Evelyn sharing clothes. And if you want to, you know exactly where they are. There's the address. Do you think he's protecting the animals with that crossbow right now? And look, we have Webster crossing over. He's breaking in through the window.
I like the one just lounging and just sleeping.
Sometimes I'm like, I wish I could do what you do more.
This is my favorite kind of spot because it's sensory overload. You really don't know where to look. I could look up and then see the Ewok village up there and some Ninja Turtle stuff. All the classic glasses you'd get from Burger Kings and gas stations and McDonald's. We actually have this Peanuts one at home. In case you don't know, I am a collector. I have a lot of stuff. Like, look at these Pez dispensers. I have most of them, except that one. I don't have that one.
I believe that's a Woozle up there, right next to like the Care Bear cousin.
Swift Heart Rabbit. All the plushes. And we're not in the museum. This is the store section. Almost everything we're looking at is for sale. I don't know about the wall decor, because that Raggedy Ann and Andy is awesome. I mean, look at it. We even have Little House on the Prairie on TV. I'm just trying to behave because Joy already told me she's going to take away my credit card. And I walk in, I'm like, I know I'm going to see a few things, but how many things will I really see? And first thing, if I had money right now, purchasing.
Oh, the bus? Or the
No,
plane?
Alpha Probe.
Oh my god.
Alpha Probe. Let's see if it's complete. It should have the astronauts in the little pods.
Yeah, it does.
And the other one's in there.
Wow.
We don't have all the decals that used to be there, but ooh.
I mean, considering how old it is, that's actually pretty good.
Alpha Probe is another thing I regret selling at a yard sale.
You don't want to lose it.
That's a good hook.
Because I found what's for you. Well, one of the things.
You found me what?
I found Thundercats.
Thundercats. Oh, and there's your angel. You have that at home. DVDs, not only toys, it is a museum of nostalgia.
Yeah.
I talked to I saw my Master of the Universe. I could get some back. And I'm not a collector that needs them all mint on packaging. See some of these Lucy's? Like, I'm like, yeah, he's cool. I'll get him. I don't have him yet. I've been slowly rebuying. Now the problem is I have to keep a list on my phone so I know what I have and don't start buying double Master of the Universe characters. And then the good thing about this store is everything is labeled quite nicely. Like if we come to the Master of the Universe that we're looking at, see 1981, 1984, because you don't want to mess up, because you might see this guy and go, oh, he looked like the guy I remember, not read Retroplay, and he's modern. Master Universe is so crazy. It has such a fandom behind it that even there's the Masters of the WWE Universe with a John Cena and a Braun Strowman. Newer toys. Everything loves Masters of the Universe. And then I have to buy back all my castles. I actually do have a Castle Grayskull though. Quick funny story. I have one of my best friends, a guy named Alex. He calls me up, he goes, Joe, can you do me a favor? I'm like, what? He goes, can you give me a ride? Pick me up? I'm like, yeah, what do you mean? He goes, I'm in Vermont. I'm like, what? He says, could you drive from Long Island to Vermont, pick me up and drive me home? I was like, oh, can we wait till tomorrow? He goes, yes. He goes, I'll sweeten the deal, I'll give you a Castle Grayskull. I'm like, all right, we're gonna do this. And I was like, how did you know I was trying to get back my Master of the Universe collection? She goes, no, I just know you like cool things. I thought you might want it. I'm like, yeah, this is amazing. So I would have done it without a Castle Grayskull in the deal, but it was an amazing bonus, and I gave his Castle Grayskull a great home.
I had that. I don't know where the heck mine went. I think it's probably somewhere in my mom's attic. That was my grandma's attic right now.
So it might still be alive somewhere.
It might still be alive. Just not in a greater condition like that. I might have changed the hair color a little bit.
My wife, the artiste. Yeah. Even Viewmasters? Oh, heck yeah. Smurf Viewmaster? I might come home. If you're a wrestling fan, we got some LJN wrestling figures.
You can have your accessories.
Do you want some Jesse Ventura? He was the governor of Minnesota, but look, here he is as a big rubber guy. Wrestling action accessories. Oh, I like it. In the far back room, we have some more plushes on the wall. Ooh, never go wrong for Pound Puppy. We even have a Sally Halloween decoration. I feel like this is it, my childhood spot. I didn't have this cool decal that says the Museum of Nostalgia. Even Game Machine, Neo Geo, and a multi-Miss Pac-Man. They're coming to video March 15th. It was a DuckTales movie. You could get it for $22.99. Own the next great Disney collectible, and you know that was a VHS. And if you want to find the game that you want to play, someone you have to find is telling you that. It's Waldo! When you were a kid, did you collect Care Bears? I have all the Care Bears. Birthday Bears are my favorite. But this, I don't have the playset anymore. I did. This little E.T. And what makes this one cooler is Playworld's an old gone toy store here in New York that has the Playworld sticker on it. Roger Rabbit. A lot of good Lucy's and a lot of good prices for stuff. So much good stuff, Joy.
These are the little babies from Strawberry Shortcake. I think I had 1 or 2 of them.
Which one?
The butter cookie.
These were?
Like the little babies from Strawberry Shortcake.
You had 1 or 2 of them?
Yeah. But I also had like the apple dumpling, the apple dumplings, My Little Ponies. I had so many stuff. I keep on mixing it.
But did you know, Joy, Barbie never really wanted to date Ken?
No.
She wanted to date Captain Kirk. Joy's like, My Little Ponies. Hold on, give me a second, Joe. We're gonna go exploring in this bin.
You know, rummage through, I actually had these. And I had this one. And no, that was here.
Let's see how many Joy gets. We could count how many. 1 My Little Pony. Wahahaha.
You don't have it.
Tape on book. Walt Disney Presents Brer Rabbit and the Tar Baby.
You know,
That's
really
a collectible right there. I don't have any with the cassettes. When I was a kid, I had them when they came with the records still.
You know what would be cool? So if you take this concept and do it with Teddy Ruxpin, would it actually have it where Teddy Ruxpin actually told you the story?
Probably.
That would be cool.
Do you remember stuff after the fact, like these Master Skeletons erasers? I had Merman eraser. I totally forgot about these.
I actually had this. I was totally even forgetting what they were. So I'm looking at this and I was like, yep, fairy tales.
And you could have it again. And then there's the museum. Welcome to the museum. This room is our personal collection. Nothing in this part is for sale, but we get to walk in and see the magic. I always love when people take their own collections and make it part of an attraction, sharing them with everyone. Master Universe is probably Miss Museum of Nostalgia's favorite toy and merchandise line. At some point, we will display more of her collection. I totally forgot Ivory Snow was a soap. Wow. That's why I love seeing all the stuff I forgot. I never forget about my Snoopy snow cone. I started getting all different nostalgic snow cone makers. I have a Snoopy, I have a SpongeBob, I have a Mickey Mouse. Did you see what that is? We have an E.T. finger.
Oh.
I see something that we don't need to collect because we already have. Joy has this Nickelodeon clock.
I hijacked it.
It was Joy's, then it went to her brother, then she hijacked. Oh my god.
I hijacked it back.
I'm just like looking every corner. So happy we get to share this with you. These cases with My Little Ponies and some dolls. But then this is so set up. We have the old TV going, right? But then I realized the sofa with the plastic.
What are you doing?
Just one more episode of Care Bears. Just one more episode.
Oh my gosh.
I just want to stay here and just take this in and like live like this and forget that we're in the 2020s and be this kid. Can I be a permanent fixture as an exhibit in their museum? Joy, you know the great thing about museums like this? So sometimes I see stuff we own, like the clock, or stuff that I want to get back, like my Master Universe. But then there's a third possibility.
Which is?
Stuff
You didn't know existed?
I didn't know existed and I want now.
Oh.
like this Pee Wee Herman growth chart.
And I like the fact of like doing like little things about like
The collections?
the collection, or just like the
Because it's a museum.
Pony-esque, like
Yeah.
the puzzles. Basically, so I forgot that Disney actually did it, but it was just a combination of two animals in one. Like you saw by the cousins, there was it was like an elephant seahorse type thing. This one's like a pig, and I don't know what else it's mixed with because I'm not going to touch it.
And it was only a 13 episode series that was from 1985.
But it was so cute.
I know. I had color forms of them and one of the figures.
Oh really?
Yes. And since it's like a real like lived-in spot, we have stuff like New Kids on the Block, but with Ty. The decades might be different, but that's what makes it cool. Vintage cameras, lunch boxes. I found Waldo again. My pet monster. I need this. I need it so bad one day. When I was a little kid, my mom had to go to a wedding in Montreal. My Uncle Charlie watched me. And the first thing he did was took me to the store and got me a My Pet Monster. It was the greatest time. I was like, Mom, you can go away whenever you want. I want a My Pet Monster again.
It's like the purse over there, Sweet Dreams. And it's like you can actually take out the little gem and it turns into like a little person. Like, you know how like McDonald's.
It was almost like its own little Transformer type character.
Like McDonald's had the food ones and it went into like, it was like almost something like that.
Look at that. Even a Hulk Hogan Wrestle Buddy. It really is blowing my mind. Some Transformers. Transforming Media franchise began in 1984 as a collaboration between American toy company Hasbro and Japanese toy company Takara Tomy. And there they are, what Joey was talking about. The McDonald's changeables. They're all the food disguising robots. My buddy and me, my little buddy. He inspired Child's Play. Can't believe some of the stuff they have here. We're going real obscure that a lot of people don't know of that I love. Like from robots and stuff to these toys right here. See this?
Did you see that one? With those?
I see those cartridges. If only there was one that I knew sitting in someone's attic that they would let us have, instead of them being ruined in the heat of an attic.
Or it could be actually passed along to who it is for because it was theirs and not mine.
But they didn't want it. So at Joy's mom's house, in the attic, is this toy, and it belongs to Joy's brother. And you see the little film that's probably melting away in the attic heat, and I keep saying, "Get that for your mom." She goes, "But it belongs to Johnny." I'm like, "But he doesn't want it." I want it.
He had the cash register.
I had the cash register too.
I had the Care Bear thing.
That's what we need to get back. That's what I was saying.
But it's like it's between the two houses, my dad's house and my mom's house, obviously, because they split up when I was young. So I had some toys at one and some toys at others.
Do you know what's funny? That I had this Cookie Monster home and I totally forgot about it. There was the Woozles that Joy's talking about. We got some Thundercat toys, Star Wars, but we got real obscure. Now, yes, we have some vintage. We have some Mad Balls. People might have known of Mad Balls, but as a little kid, my favorite cartoon was Kissy Fur, and there's the father from Kissy Fur. This was a fast food like toy that you'd get. I have him at home and Kissy Fur, but I wasn't expecting to see characters from Kissy Fur here. There's those the toys that I never had that I still want. When I was a kid, I would go to my friend Adam and Steven's house, and they had the real Ghostbusters toys, and I never did, and I still want them today. I ain't afraid of no ghost. That's why I'd let these toys come into my house. And besides the real ghosts, we also have Ghostbusters toys. I didn't even know they had toys for this. I used to love the show. In 1975, a live-action children's sitcom by Filmation Studios, The Ghostbusters ran on CBS for 15 series. Unrelated to the movie The Ghostbusters, but I remember the cartoon version of that when I was a kid. Battle for Tromaville, there was a Toxic Crusader board game. Troma is actually like a few blocks away from us. There was a board game for it. Even the sleeping bags. I was sleeping over at my Nana's house when I was a little boy, and I had a Return of the Jedi sleeping bag, which I loved. And my dog Butterscotch, she was staying over too. And I woke up and I was like, why does it look like it snowed on me? And while I was asleep, Butterscotch, I loved her, she's gone now. But she ate my Return of the Jedi sleeping bag. Oh, Butterscotch, Butterscotch, Butterscotch. Ooh, the toys behind the glass cabinets. You know if they're behind the glass cabinets, they're the special ones. Knife of Mattel Universe. Grizzler, a dark face variant. I don't know what it is. Remember I said I'm going to find an item I want here. That's a big ticket item. I found it. We have Orc.
Well, I mean, if I'm
It's missing one piece, but it actually has Orc. The pull cord for him, because he was like worked like a top sort of, and the magic trick that came with him. Oh my god, this is incredible.
I believe I had Catra.
Oh, the Princess of Powers.
I had Glimmer. I had Shira itself. I had Perfuma. I had. And I had like 2 or 3 other ones. And I had Shira's horse, the pink one, and I had the guy's horse, and I had Alan.
He says he's going home.
Alright. Yeah.
But did you have this guy here?
No, he wasn't Shira.
No, but it was He-Man. They were friends.
Yeah, but that was only Shira.
What?
I like when She-Ra's villains started to cross over.
Oh yeah.
This guy right here. He was a She-Ra villain first, then he started becoming a He-Man villain.
That's why I portrayed
That's what Joe was saying, the gemstone that's transformed. But I found him. Well, there is the Snorks. We're gonna zoom in. We have Snorks. It's Kissy Fur. $2 bins, my favorite. Look at this, look at this.
Yeah.
We have Fraggles.
Yeah. But yeah, he doesn't.
Oh yeah, Fraggle cars. This is cool. And a Mac tonight. Oh yeah. Why don't they make these little cool little vinyl figures anymore? I miss these toys. As a kid, like I was go to Kids R Us, which didn't really have that many toys because I'd have to get my shoes there, and I hated it because it wasn't a toy store. But they had these to counter, and to keep me entertained, my mom would get me 1 or 2 of these little vinyl figures. I have a new favorite toy store. That was amazing. There's a lot of cool vintage toy stores on Long Island, but the fact that this one did feel like a museum as well, and it felt like lived in. Like I was walking in someone's house, like I was a kid, and they had all these cool toys that I wanted to play with. And I like that more, like, it almost like seems more accessible than like some toy stores where everything is so organized, like, here is my He-Man, and everything is lined up, measured 2 inches apart, and I'm like, it doesn't feel like a store I want to go into. This feels like a store. This feels like your friend, you're walking in, and of course, we left some stuff. E.T. is coming home with us. The fact that it still has the Play World sticker, I couldn't believe. We also left with one more for the Masters of the Universe redo of the collection, and some little like Happy Meal prizes, the 2 Fraggle Rocks, and a Mac tonight. Yeah, that place is awesome. If you're in Astoria or in New York City, take trains here. Like literally, subway right there. Get here. That place was awesome. I would highly recommend the Museum of Nostalgia.
Yes.
I love toys. I love reliving my childhood. I want to rebuy everything I had and stuff I didn't have and stuff I didn't even know, still don't even know existed. I want my house to be that store. Like, I loved it. All right. I think we can call it though.
I think so.
I'm getting a little too excited. I really had fun there. Museum of Nostalgia. Been there, done that. Remember, folks, safe travels.
Good eats.
And live life. I know I'm shopping and getting a few things, but don't have a cow, man. It's Bart Simpson. Hey, Joy.
Eat my shorts.